Good afternoon. Today we are moving on to our CO15. We're continuing working with that algebra. Now we're going from expressions to equations. So CO15 is I can determine whether a given value is a solution to an equation. Does it make sense? So first let's think about what an equation means. Our expressions that we were doing, an expression does not use an equal sign. So an equation is a statement showing two values are equivalent. So we're going to have that equal sign. One side of the equal sign equals the other side. They are equivalent. Both sides of the equal sign equal each other. I'm not sure what's going on back there. Please stop. So in the last objective, you evaluated expressions when given a value for a variable. Future objectives will focus on solving for or finding the value of a variable in an equation. But before we get to that, we're going to look at how to decide if a value for a variable works in the equation. So we're going to see, does that value actually make it equal? So let's look at this. What does that mean? 8n plus 22 equals 54. Can n equal 1? So if I put a 1 in for n, will that be a true statement? Emily, why not? 8 plus 22 equals 30. It does not equal 54. So we cannot say that n equals 1.
What do you put for the y or y not?
Why or why not? I'm showing it right there. Because it would be, what I would actually do is I'd put that 1 in. 8 times 1 plus 22 equals 30, not 54. So my answer is no. Now, can 7 equal n? Why or why not?
No.
So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 7 in for n plus 22. What does it equal? Priya?
78.
Yeah, because 8 times 7 is 56, plus 22 equals 78, so my answer is no. Why or why not? I did the math. I'm showing it. So doing the math, showing your work, can be your reason. Can n equal 4?
Yes.
So I hear people saying, yes, let's prove it. 8 times 4 plus 22. I'm going to do 8 times 4 is 32, plus 22 equals 54. So I'm proving that, yes, it can be 4. Because I plugged 4 in for my variable, and I'm showing what the answer is. So let's do the next one. Negative 2 times 3n plus 1 equal 28. Can n equal 3? What do we have to do to answer that question? Plug it in. We have to do the math. So we're going to do negative 2 times 3 times 3 plus 1. What does that equal? So I'm going to go step by step. First, I'm going to do inside my parentheses. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 gives me 10. And then I have negative 2 times 10. What does that equal?
-3.
Negative 20. So is it a yes or a no?
No.
No. So you have to do the math. You have to plug in what value they're giving you for the variable. Remember your perm does. And do the math. Can it be this one? It's going to be a yes or a no, but your way of proving it is by doing the math, showing me what answer you get. Can it be -5? So I'm going to plug that in. Oh my goodness, all these negative numbers. We need to remember our rules. What is -2 times -5 times 3 plus 1? Emmett,
31.
let's check and see. What is -5 times 3? -15 plus 1. What is -15 plus 1?
14.
-14. Because we're at a negative, and when we add, we go to the right on the number line. And we're going to multiply that by -2. What is -14 times -2? Tatum? 28. Does that one work? Yes, it does. Shh. Now we have -2. Now can we say, well, we know that -5 works, so can I just write no for -2?
No.
What do I have to do? Do the math. I have to prove it. I have to say, look, this is what it would equal for -2. You can't just say, oh, I found an answer, so it can't be that one. Which one are you staring at, Priya?
Oh, no, I just checking.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you could read it or not, if you needed me to write it more legible. Sometimes I get a little messy, so just let me know if it's hard to read. So I'm going to plug in -2 for my n. So I have -2 times 3 times that -2 plus 1 equals. So 3 times -2 is what? -6 plus 1 is what? -5 times -2 is what? 10. So we have to prove that it's a no. You can't just write yes or no. You have to prove it. You have to do the math. So that was 3 times -2 inside of those parentheses. Gets a little messy when I'm writing it with the marker here. So this is -2 times 3 times -2 plus 1. So 3 times -2 was -6 plus 1. Those are still inside the parentheses. So we do that, it's -5. So then -2 times -5 gave me my positive 10. So let's look at the work that we're going to be doing today. I need to scroll up. Right. Oh my goodness. Yep. All right. So they're giving us our variable. Positive 3. That's what you're going to plug in for n. Actually write it out. No mental math. You are going to show me your work. I don't want to just see yes or no, does it work? I want to see the math. So you're going to put 3 in for n, and you're going to say 3 minus 13 equals, oh, it doesn't equal 10, does it? It equals -10. So am I going to write a yes or a no? I'm going to write no because they do not equal the same. James?
Wait, so you do a random number or?
What did I circle, James?
Oh, yeah, 3. Oh, yeah.
You're doing the variable that you're given. That first number before the semicolon is what you're plugging in for your variable. What? It is negative 10. What is it supposed to be, Evelyn? It's supposed to be a positive 10. So be careful with your perm does. Seriously, friends, eyes on me. Pencils down. Pencils down. This is important. I've been teaching math for a long time. I know common mistakes that are made. Perm does. People forget. Do I multiply first? Do I add first? So perm does is the first thing you're going to really be thinking about. Second thing, am I working with my negative numbers correctly? Did I go the right way on the number line if I'm adding or subtracting? Did I remember, is it a positive or negative with the multiplying or dividing? Be careful. Remember, when we're squaring something, what did we talk about the other day that we need to remember? Gus?
If we're squaring a negative, it's going to turn out positive because technically you're multiplying it by itself.
If we're squaring a negative, we're squaring a negative times a negative. So your answer is going to be positive. So be careful when you're multiplying those negative numbers. Think it through. A negative times a negative is a positive. Be careful. Oh, thank you to my friends whose pencils are still down. These are common mistakes. Check yourself. We have plenty of work time to work on this. There is no rushing. We are not playing footsie with one another. Because I can see people, I can see under the tables. That's telling me you are not paying attention to what I am saying. Please take me seriously. Go slow. Take your time. No mental math. Think about every step that you're doing. When you get down to the bottom, you're writing your own equation with a variable that will equal that answer. You can have however many operations in it that you want. We're not going to go to it like, 10 different operations. But we can see here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 operations. If you want to use 5 different operations to equal 9, go for it. But you have to have at least one operation, right? And minus 13 equals 10. So you could keep it simple and say, okay, I need to equal 9, and I need to have a variable. Keep it simple, and plus whatever equals 9. Oh, wait. Nope,
Yeah,
I
no.
take that back.
Yeah, no.
Take it back. It doesn't equal 9. Your variable equals
I was
9.
going to say.
So you're going to take out the 9 in your equation and put a variable. So think it through. If my variable, I don't want to give us an answer, but if my variable was 5, I would write an equation that uses a 5. I could say 5 times 6 equals 30. Now I'm going to take out that 5 and put a variable in. 6x equals 30. That's an equation that uses 5 for my variable, and it's true. 6 times 5 equals 30. So 6x equals 30 if x is 5. So write your equation using that variable, and then take it out and put in your letter. So if your variable is 5, write an equation that uses 5 in it, and then take out the 5. Does that make sense? Okay, so when it says your variable value, We're not equaling that. That's what your variable is. All right. Any questions? Okay, for my friends at home, we hope you are well and we hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.